a slice of wedding cake from the nuptials of the future Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip a full 77 years ago has sold for over 4 times its expected value at auction. After being found under a bed in a suitcase, the piece of fruit cake netted over $2,800 after it was estimated to pull in about $650. According to the BBC, the original cake was served to 2,000 guests at the November 20, 1947 wedding of then Princess Elizabeth and Prince Philip, a gift from Marion Paulson, the housekeeper at the Palace of Holyrood House in Edinburgh, Scotland from 1931 to 1969. A bidder from China won a very rare slice of cake by purchasing it over the phone. "It's a real little find, a little time capsule of glorious cake," said James Grinter of the auction house Remondancy. After purchasing the couple a delightful dessert service, Paulson was given a slice of the cake as a thank you. She kept it until her death in the 1980s, when it found its way under a bed with some of her other possessions. When found, the cake was still in its original presentation box, and came with a letter from Princess Elizabeth herself, dated November 1947, the same month as her wedding day. "My husband and I are deeply touched to know that you shared in giving us such a delightful wedding present," the future queen wrote. She would take the throne on February 6, 1952, less than 5 years later. "We are both enchanted with the dessert service," the former Princess Elizabeth continued. "The different flowers and the beautiful coloring will, I know, be greatly admired by all who see it." The couple's cake was 9 feet tall and weighed in at a whopping 500 pounds. Paulson's family contacted Remondancy earlier this year, and Grinter said Paulson's slice of cake was the first piece ever sold in its completeness. "This one actually has its original contents, which is very rare," he said. "Bear in mind, it was produced at a time of rationing a broken bar. They had the most magnificent cake made for them. I've seen photographs of it. It would fill half a room. It was absolutely enormous." Elizabeth and Philip's cake consisted of 4 tiers and was laced with alcohol, the BBC reported. Grinter admitted, however, that the cake was no longer in the best condition, saying, "I don't think I'd particularly want to eat it, I must admit."